Where's a key spot in the creeks that we need to look for to find big old concentrations of bass? Good morning, guys and girls. December 21. Getting ready to do a Catch a Better Life devotional from a Catch a Better Life book. This is a devotional book that I wrote. It took me a couple years to write this book. It's got a scripture for every single day, a devotional built around fishing for every day, and a fishing tip for every day. And I promise if you get involved in this channel, you will catch a better life. Catch a Better Life with Jimmy Houston on YouTube. If you're not subscribed, go in there and hit that subscribe button right now. You'll be glad you did. John 14:15 is what we're looking at today, and these are red letters. Red letters are the words of Jesus Christ himself. And here's what Jesus said. John 14:15, if you love me, keep my commandments. Pretty simple. If you love me, keep my commandments. Here's what I wrote about that. One of the keys to becoming a better fish catcher this coming year is to decide to follow the fish throughout their yearly movement patterns. Make that decision that you're going to follow the fish, whatever lakes you're fishing, throughout their yearly movement patterns. Soon, probably really January, February, most places, when the winter gets the coldest, bass will concentrate at the bottom of creeks, near bends and near points. They will gather up and concentrate in the bottoms of the creeks, not on the banks of the creeks. These creeks might be 15, 20 feet, 25, 30 feet down on the bottom. They concentrate on the bottom. And they concentrate near bends in the creeks, bends and points in the creeks. As the water warms up, you simply follow these fish from those bends in the creeks to points that are near spawning areas. So you want to go to points where those bass are going to lead into the spawning areas. Obviously, during the spawn, fish the spawn. Fish pre-spawn, spawn, post-spawn. Then on into a summer pattern. Summer pattern moves right into a fall pattern. Eventually, you're right back where we are right now. You follow those fish throughout the years. That's the secret. That's the key to becoming a better fish catcher. The more you learn about how to follow these fish, the more bass you're going to catch. Absolutely no doubt about it. If we want to follow Jesus, in our daily lives as we walk this earth, we must love him. We must keep his commandments. Loving Jesus is easy when we understand that he died on the cross, a cruel, horrible, terribly painful death to pay the price for every single sin that you and I would ever commit. Pretty easy to love a man that did that for you and me. He gave his closest disciples, the guys that he ran around with and hung out with every single day, very simple advice. If you love me, keep my commandments. All of Christianity can be pretty much summed up right there. If we love Jesus, we keep his commandments. Here's our tip for today. We was talking about creek channels. Talked about creek channels in this particular devotional, as a matter of fact. Outside bends in creeks. Outside bends. That's where the creek turns and makes a bend. That's the outside turn of the bend. Creek is running this way. It'd be the outside turn of the bend. Outside bends in creek channels generally have washed out and undercut banks. As that water flows down through that creek, it washes that out and undercuts it. So you have a bank there, and it's got an undercut around it, so fish can get back down and get in. Undercut banks form from a current that bass love and used to hide in ambush feed. So they get in those undercut areas. You find those undercut areas, you're going to find some fish. Now, the other thing that's on the other side of that, where that water goes around, is a point. So you have a point sticking out, which is good. You have an undercut area on the other side of it. We mentioned in this devotional right here that was really, really a good situation as far as wintertime bass, when the bass get in the bottoms of the creeks. It's the exact same anywhere that creek might be. That bottom, when the wintertime, you might be talking about the banks being 15 or 18 feet deep and the bottom of the creek being 20, 25, 30 feet deep. That same situation is happening as that creek gets on up and it goes on up into the woods and gets where you can't even get your boat any further. Those undercut banks are still there, and they still hold fish. Guys and girls, go out there and have a great one today. And remember, I sure do love you.